Oh, I'll tell you, let's look at this. Look at the size of this cell. Sorry, I didn't mean to stand in the way. Look at the size of this cell compared to an erythrocyte. You could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 erythrocytes inside this cell. That is a big honking cell. And you see that the nucleus isn't segmented. And you see this one here is a neutrophil, and the nucleus is segmented. And you can see this nucleus is hard to see, but there's segmentation in here. So both of these are granulocytes. And this is an agranulocyte. There are no granules in the cytoplasm, and yet you see the cytoplasm here is full of granules. See the granules in there? Mm-hmm. And this one has none. And that's a big honking cell. That happened to be a monocyte. That's the largest cell you're always going to see. Pigs, to me, have the most incredibly gorgeous monocytes. Okay? This here, I'm thinking, from experience, this is probably an erythrocyte. So these granules should be red, okay? But we overstained them. But you see these granules look black? If indeed these granules are dark purple, that's the rarest cell you will ever see in your life. That's a if that's a basophil, when we have lab and you see a basophil, I'm calling everybody over. Because usually we see one basophil per semester. We actually saw a basophil in a horse last year. I have never in my life have seen a basophil in an equine. And it was definitely a basophil. It is, these are so rare, basophils. But eosinophils are not that rare. Okay, and in a dog, they're not that rare. All right, so now I'm looking here, and I don't see any. So we're just going to quickly move it over. Is this interesting to you guys? Because this is pretty neat stuff. Here are two different cells. You can see that we do have some agglutination here. And look at this cell. Hello. Looks like a penguin. That is not, you won't find that in the dog. Okay, we did that. Okay, and we did this. And you can see here, you see how the nucleus is segmented? 1, 2, 3, 4 segments. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to usually find about 4. If you have 5 or more, then generally it's hypersegmented. And you'll understand how hypersegmentation takes place. But you can barely see granules in here. You see some because we've screwed the blood up when we smeared it. Okay? Now, here is a weird cell. Weird to you, very common to me. That's a lymphocyte. That means a lymphocyte you can usually tell because you can hardly see any cytoplasm. The nucleus is completely filling the cytoplasm. That's a lymphocyte. And the nucleus is not segmented like this one is. Now, what the hell is this? That's garbage. You have to recognize garbage. Okay? That's garbage. Could that be a cell? It could be. And it looks like it was stepped on by a horse, squished into the ground. That's just garbage. Okay? That's a segmented neutrophil. Ah, here's one. There is a platelet. You can see a little black dot in there. There's usually a bunch of little black dots. Those are granules that contain serotonin, which is unique about, so it can shrink veins, and we'll get through that with you. Let me just, what we're doing right now is taking a walk through the neighborhood. Can you appreciate here?
Dr. Stein, which one are the ones that are both segmented?
Neutrophils.
Okay.
And that other one was probably an eosinophil, and it's segmented. Remember, all granulocytes are segmented. No agranulocytes are segmented. Although it'll be very confusing when we get to the cow, because the large lymphocytes have a big indentation in them, and you'll swear to God that they're monocytes. You'll swear to God they are. But after you count 10 of them, you'll know they can't be monocytes, because monocytes are rare. Okay? Can you see the difference between the size of this red blood cell here?
Mm-hmm.
And look at this, yeah? This guy is bigger than this. That's all anisocytosis. This is where it gets very confusing. Look at, oh gosh, what do we got here? You know, is there two of them? You can see there's a little strand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strand here. Just think of the blood cells as being marbles. You ever know, if you ever look at marbles, you know what a cat's eye marble is and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it? Remember, if you take that marble and roll it, and wait till it stops, and then look straight down on it, if you look straight down on it, you'll get one view. If you look at the side, you'll see another view. That's what happens to leukocytes. So you've got to understand that as we freeze it, we smear it and it dries, it's froze. It freezes right there. And you look straight down on it. So it might be rolled around. That looks like a monocyte to me, although that cell here and this cell here are the same size, so you gotta be very careful because monocytes are always bigger. So I would probably say that's a segmented neutrophil, because just they're the same size. Here's a lymphocyte down here. One last view here. Here's a good view of a segmented neutrophil, and see the strand that connects the lobes.
Mm-hmm.
And you see there's a little bit more granulation here. You could say that might look like an eosinophil. It could be. Okay? But generally eosinophils are a little redder in color in the granules. But here you go. You see these? These are thrombocytes. That's called a nest. Thrombocytes should be separated, but many times when we smear them, the platelets fall out of the smear, and there may be a dozen or so in little areas. That's a nest of platelets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And each one has a bluish staining granules. This is garbage. This stuff here, and you look at this white blood cell. Looks like an octopus. Look at this. This is all us. This is not normal. Okay, I'm going to turn the lights on, so watch your eyes.